I got my fighting stance ready.
What was that? What was that?
Ganun pag boxing eh. I'm going taekwondo, ganun, 'di ba? I'm guessing.
Ganun ba yan?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're getting ready for our next guest, Episode,
Excited eh.
episode 11. Episode 11, episode
Wow, konti lang ah.
111.
Wow.
Wait, let's bring in this guy's credentials, no? Ayan. So
Oo
we
nga.
have
Puno yung
Don.
screen, 'di ba? Later on
Oo,
with
mamaya.
credentials.
Oh, gusto pakita na natin.
Okay.
Gusto mo? Oh,
Pwede.
well, anyway, so we have for episode 111, not 11, we have a Philippine Olympian. First time ba natin mag-Olympian?
I think so.
Yeah, first time ata.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, hey.
For
New
the
achievement.
for the sport of Taekwondo. No? Why don't we bring in Coach Donnie Geisler? Yeah. Then we'll talk about his credentials.
Yeah, hey. Yay.
Woo! Hi,
Am I
Coach.
am I on a hi? Good evening
You're
to everyone.
you're on na, Coach.
Nasa
Yeah.
backstage.
Nasa backstage si Coach. Coach, how are you?
I'm good, and thanks for inviting me in your show. I'm sure it's gonna be an exciting discussion tonight.
Yan, yan. For everyone's information, si Coach Don is actually in between meetings. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
for giving us the time. We'll try to make it an hour. Normally, we go an hour and 15 minutes, depending on kung gaano kadaldal yung guest namin. Yan. Pero we'll try to be disciplined and make it isang oras.
Mhm.
No? So, yeah. So, Clara, we were asking the credentials, diba, of Coach
Yeah.
Tony. Let's bring in the credentials. So, gold medal at the 23rd Southeast Asian Games 2005, gold medal at the 22nd, so which is the 2003, bronze medal in 2002, then silver, gold medal, silver medal, daming bronze. Pero wala dyan, klaro, his stint in the Olympics twice, no, Coach Tony?
Yeah, twice. Sydney and Athens.
Sydney and Athens, no? Wow.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's start naman with your career, Coach.
Hmm.
What got you into Taekwondo?
Well, I started Taekwondo when I was 7 years old. My dad was the one who got me into the sport. Um, I actually grew up in Angeles City. So we lived near the base because my dad was in the U.S. Army. He was a retired U.S. Army, and he was receiving medical attention in Clark Air Base during that time. So we lived in Angeles City. Yeah, and I learned Taekwondo from a Korean master. My dad enrolled me, and this Korean master taught, the U.S. Air Force and some kids around, the base when I was younger. So that's when I learned. That was way back, I think, 1985 and 86,
Mm,
sometime during that year.
wow. No other sport yun. Just Taekwondo.
Well, I was 7 that time. Just like I started, that was my very first sport. But I was also doing swimming. Then
Mm.
my dad got me into gymnastics as well. I was a gymnast for a while. Then I did football naman in grade school and high school also. So, I was doing all sports way back when I was young.
And your dad's, you said station there. Was he an American or
Yes, he's American. He's an
uh,
American.
from where? From where in America?
He's from Chicago, Illinois.
Mm.
Chicago.
Jordantown.
Oh, I knew it. I knew we were gonna say that.
Basta NBA City, my association eh.
Yeah, may associate ties with
Always.
sports, diba? Yeah. So
Uh,
in your household, it was a sport, like a sports household. A lot of your family likes sports, or was it just your father and sa'yo lang?
well, my sisters tried it out. My brother tried it out. My younger brother Baron, he reached I brown and black. I mean, yeah, but he had to stop. He stopped when he was 12 because he chose showbiz. My sister naman, my sisters naman, they tried it, but they didn't really. pursue the sport until high school lang. Unlike me, talagang tuloy-tuloy. I was really passionate about the sport, about taekwondo.
What got you hooked on it though?
I love the kicking during those years. Bruce Lee was popular and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh,
And I
yon.
love the yeah. I love the
Blood
way,
sport?
blood sport. Yeah, yeah, that was my generation, and I love the way he kicked. His spinning kicks were so nice to look at, and I really wanted to do those kicks. So when I learned Taekwondo, it was mostly kicks. So right then and there, I fell in love right away with the sport.
And then grade school, did you do any tournaments? Did you join any tournaments?
Yes, as young as siguro, I was yellow belt a few months in. I competed in the nationals already. That was, I think, 1986, and we were in the grade school division. We represented Team Pampanga or the Region 3, and we were, kids like with different um, parang breeds, if I can say, like Americans. You have United Colors of Benetton there, but we were strong.
Okay.
We actually beat the team during that time that was undefeated champions in the grade school division, and we were all yellow belts, and our opponents were all black belts, and we beat them before. So
Oh wow.
from then on, you know, um, I can say I was pretty talented with Taekwondo because all the competitions I joined, I won during those times until I became national team member. I was undefeated.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then
Mm.
high school. So where did you go for grade school? School ba?
Grade school, I went to Chevalier in Angeles City. Holy Angel, then Chevalier, then
Ah, Holy Angels.
I think grade 5, um, I moved to Chevalier and finished up to high school in Chevalier High School in Angeles City. Then in
Ah, okay.
college naman, University of Santo Tomas.
Ah,
Ah,
UST.
UC is a
Uh,
powerhouse in Taekwondo.
yeah, we were when art in '95 when I entered. Um, that was the time, when we I think it's been a while since Taekwondo became champions in Taekwondo. But when we came in '95, me and my friends from Angeles City who did Taekwondo also, we we dominated the UAAP from '95 all the way to '99, and then '99 onwards. We had, tuloy-tuloy pa rin kasi we have Chong Ligo, Olympians na rin, Alex Briones. So, powerhouse yung UST for quite some time in Taekwondo
Mhm. Um,
sa UAAP.
explains it. Shomliga, I remember watching him in the Olympics. That's like my first memory, like as a kid watching Olympics, and it was him. I
Yes,
remember.
yes. We were
Yeah.
together in 2004.
Who's this?
Chong Li,
Athens. Chomligo.
Athens, yeah.
Oh,
Chong
Chomley.
Ligo,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. About
So,
ano. Oh, sorry.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Like with your parents, though, did they have any involvement with Taekwondo or another sport that got you into it, or they were just, or you were the first in the family?
I was the first in the family. And then my mom um, enrolled her brother, who's my uncle. And ayun, me and my uncle pursued taekwondo up to black belt. Kaya lang, when when Mount Pinatubo erupted in '91,
Oh,
um, the base left, and then Mr. Kang, the Korean master, who was the master there in the region, left also together with the Americans. So we were the first generation black belts that were propagating taekwondo in the region, and then they all the first black belts of that grandmaster who left. They were the ones who continued teaching taekwondo in the region. But me naman, at an early age, high school, I was, varsity at siguro 15, I was already part of the junior national team. We were being prepared for the Sydney Olympic Games because Sydney, that was the first time Taekwondo would become a regular sport in the Olympic Games.
Demo sport pa kasi at that time, di ba? It was a
Yes,
demo
yes,
sport.
it
I
was a
remember,
demo sport.
yeah, I remember Bea Locero was, I think, one of the one that represented during
Yes,
the
yes, she's I think bronze medalist then
yeah.
in the Olympics.
Yeah, why was it a demo? Why is it called a demo sport then before the Sydney Olympics?
Um, demo a demo like in 1988, the Olympic Games. Each country, if it's gonna be hosted by them, they can introduce a sport.
Mm.
So Taekwondo was their demonstration sport. So it was a demonstration sport. Then it became another demonstration pa rin in '92. But siguro the IOC or the International Olympic Committee decided to make Taekwondo a regular sport of the Olympic Games, Summer Olympic Games.
Wow.
Yeah, that's correct.
Mm.
Summer Olympic Games.
And Clara
When
has
it
yeah.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
one thing when it carried on na, when nawala na yung demo status, it was like a permanent inclusion.
Permanent. Yes.
What was there in your mind? Were you like,
Yeah.
yes, I can be a legit medalist or go for a legit medal? Because whenever someone wins a demo sport, there's always that footnote saying demo sport. So did it change for you when it became a regular event?
It was serious. At a young age, I was really dedicated and passionate to reach high level competition, and I really wanted to go to the Olympics and represent because it was going to be the first time, and I think the Philippines, we really prepared for the debut of the Taekwondo in the Olympic Games. So talagang 15, talagang for many, siguro mga 5 years yata, 6 years preparation for the 2000 Olympic Games.
5 years.
Wow. Yes.
Uh,
Wow.
And we have some well wishers too in the comments while we're at it. Esperanza Armario said, "Good evening to you, Coach." Well, magandang gabi to you, to be
good
exact.
evening, good evening,
And
and thanks for the greeting.
si Pat Mendoza, may konting, kaya he was saying that to me all these past few days. Nagko-comment sa mga posts. So, good evening din daw. Hello, Pat and
Hello, Pat.
Esperanza.
Yeah.
Pat
Yes.
Esperanza. Pat,
Ayun,
Mendoza.
Mendoza.
Yeah.
Mendoza.
Yes.
Oo.
Yeah.
And
May,
Pat
may, may
and
tanong siya mamaya pero
Esperanza. Or
we'll
we can
bring
get
that
on with it now or later?
mamaya na
It's a,
yan,
it's
mamaya.
a great question, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's actually
Yeah.
it's very technical. Mamaya
Mhm.
pag But Coach Donnie, you started at 7 years old. What do you think Taekwondo brought into that passion? You think it was because your dad, encouraging you to do sports, or not, that
Um,
you just parang inbred, or your passion was really inside of you?
my passion was really inside of me, and the first time I tried it,
No.
I really loved it, and I wanted to do it every day. So at that time, I was training twice a day.
Wow.
Um, I would join the training in the morning. I would join the training in the evening with even with the adults. So that's how much I really love the sport.
Hindi ka binugbog?
No, because I was young.
Sir?
I felt
Yeah.
I was really young, but I was fighting against kids red my age and Pero um, the, may bugbog I wouldn't say. Parang lang, talagang I really love
Sparring,
the challenge. Talagang laban ako eh. Laban talaga eh. I
not
really love,
backing down.
fighting. Yeah, yeah. Until high school, talagang I would join all competitions talaga. I would during those times back then in the 80s, in the base, there's competition of mixed martial arts na rin at that time. You
Mm.
fight against, different martial arts. And I would join that also. So, and I would win. So talagang I really loved it. That's all I can say. It was But I was really passionate about the sport.
What else? What else? Martial arts did you do? Did you dabble on?
I tried what's the other Korean martial art? It's Hapkido. It's like the
Hapkido.
counter. Yeah, it's like Aikido, but the Korean one.
Yeah,
So I also tried that when I was younger.
yeah. The reason why I know Hapkido, Taekwondo, is because of Tekken.
Oh,
Yeah, the game. You have
oh,
the Honda
oh, oh,
Tekken, and then I think they had a character that did a lot of did Taekwondo. I just forgot his name, but
yes.
it's all really
I
kicks.
remember
No?
also.
Yeah, I remember. I forgot his name. Oh my gosh, but it'll come to me later. It's all kicks, no, no hand
Ah,
strike, nothing. Yeah,
ayun na, nakalimutan ko na rin yung mga names sa mga...
but you
Only
know that name, di ba?
Yeah,
Warang,
yeah, yeah. Si
Warang.
Warang. Warang, Warang. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Warang.
yeah.
That's it. Warang. Yun. So, with technicality, because we're gonna go to that comment later. Um, you really like kicking, and is that why you really stuck with taekwondo, or is it because of the the mental aspect as well, the physical aspect? Kasi yun nga, when I watch taekwondo, it's all about kicking. Halos
Yes.
walang uh you know uh
Um, the
hands.
kicking talaga. The kicking. And I loved, the challenge pag competition. I was competitive really when I was a child. So I would love to I'd love joining competitions.
undefeated
And
pa.
during that time when I was in grade school, we were undefeated pa.
Ang mga ilan mga international tournaments did you join?
International, hindi ko na mabilang.
Wow.
Actually, I started.
Have
Yeah, I
a
started.
follow up to that.
Yeah.
My first international was the Asian Championships. I was only 16 yata back then,
Wow.
but I didn't make it uh, because they were all seniors eh. So mga talagang that was my first high level competition, and I was only a junior. So my next competition in 1996 was the World Junior Taekwondo Championships in Barcelona, Spain. That's when I got a bronze medal. And a Filipino got a gold medal also, si Paulo Borromeo. I got a bronze. I competed against Korea in the finals. But that was good enough. The first World Junior Taekwondo Championships. Then after that, consistent na. So, indeed, if you will see naman there, it's Taekwondo is really, I was talented in the Philippines, but it's fair game and it's fair sa talagang pagalingan talaga international.
Yeah.
So if you win a medal in the Asian Championships, parang ano na yan, parang that means you're okay, you're good. And the Philippines back then, nasa ano kami, top 5 ng, ay
Asia.
siguro we were top 2 Southeast Asia. We were at least in the top 10 in Asia. In the world, we would place also. So that's up to 2005 siguro. The Philippines we were consistent in getting medals in international competitions.
About yung undefeated. Would you remember how many matches yan throughout your career or so?
In the Philippines, no, not really. Ang daming laban eh. You have nationals, you have UAAP, you have Milo Little Olympian. Ang dami rin talaga.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to, I had videos way back, medals, pero in 2000, I think that was 2004, our house burned down. So I lost
Oh.
a lot of, mga medals and awards na nasunog rin way back then when our house burned down.
Ouch.
Sorry to hear you. But of
Mhm.
course, there's the memories, of course. Nothing can beat that.
Yeah,
The
the
memories of
memories.
winning and everything.
Oh
Tsaka,
yeah.
I mean, the difference lang with then and now is now you have Facebook. Back then
Yeah.
we didn't have Facebook, di ba?
You have Facebook, Instagram,
Mhm.
which you could keep
Yeah,
all the
yeah, social
memories, di
media.
ba? The social media. Galing.
Tama.
So,
Right.
so okay, so Manila, so you were in Pampanga all this time, then you transferred to UST. Was there any culture shock? Kasi
Yeah,
siguro that time Pampanga was still, it's not as how do you call it, developed as it is now, di ba? Then you
yes,
moved
yes,
to
yes, yes.
UST. In terms of culture shock, in terms of the Taekwondo differences, did you have that?
Yeah, the culture shock also. Iba rin yung culture ng taekwondo here in Manila, where I started taekwondo. Parang, here in the Manila, we have the seniority, which we have the brotherhood. So, iba rin eh. To get into the national team, you have to go through hard times rin. No? Ang daming bugbugan na nangyayari bago ka maging national team member, or ang daming bugbugan nangyayari if you become part of the brotherhood. So it was tough because I was only 17. I was really young when I entered the national team. And, you know, you're you're sparring against dominant players who are ready to kick your ass. So I had to, stand my ground and
Yeah.
survive. And I had to survive. And I was a junior from, let's say, I entered the national team 1996 all the way to 1999. I was a junior. I would carry my seniors' luggages, in international competition. I literally the utusan of the team.
The
It's
bad
that's the
boy,
way it is.
kumbaga.
Yeah, yeah.
Initiation ba? Initiation.
Initiation, yeah, and then it took a while before a junior came in to replace me, you know, to
Aw.
replace me as being the one carrying everything. But eventually, may nagka-junior na rin naman. So it was tough. The transition was also tough. We lived in the province. Uh, uh, we were living in an apartment in Manila, surviving, tapos experiencing all the vices that everyone is doing, everyone is, trying new things, all the bad things. So you will experience everything because your parents are not always there for you, unlike now, diba? Before, your parents let you run and play around, but now, the parents are always there watching their kids, diba? Yeah. So kami,
Helicopter parents, di ba?
right there, di ba?
Protective. Unlike tayo before, bahala
Super.
ka.
Bahala ka dyan.
Bahala ka na, mahulog ka. Wala akong pakialam.
Yeah. But I can say my parents were pretty supportive, but they weren't there to watch me every day in practice. But
Yeah.
if I have competition nationally, they would be there to support me 100%.
How about adjustment? I don't know, adjustment. That's adjustment to Metro Manila life or Manila life. How about
Mm-hmm.
international competition? Since you said it's a level game, did you have
Yeah.
to adjust for the international style?
Oh, you know, Taekwondo, um, back then hardcore rin eh, di ba? Bugbugan. I'm grateful that, I experienced that with my seniors. I was able to, adjust right away in international competition. So I really fought. I just fought. So what was in my mind is I do my best. So if I do my best, at least I come home not feeling bad. Because if I don't do my best, and I don't get anything, the more I feel worse. But if I do my best and I win a medal, that's just a bonus. But if I do my best and don't win a medal, at least I come home and I feel okay. So I'm confident. Whoever I fight, you put in front of me a Korean fighter or a dominant fighter like Iran, I didn't care. I'll just fight. So bahala na. If I win, okay, then that's a bonus. But if I lose, basta I know I did my best. That's good enough for me.
Hmm. Oh, if we look at yung achievements pala, no? I think you won gold here, 2005 SEA Games.
Yes, yes,
That
yes.
was at home. How was that? Like, how did playing at home make it special?
Well, playing at home to be honest, in 2004, Athens, I got injured in my fight, so I dislocated my ankle. So 2000, so that was like 6 months recovery. So 2005, we were preparing for the Sea Games. Manila, I was in pain, so I was already, nursing this injury, and it was I was at 100%. So winning that 2005, really the boost of your hometown countryman who's really cheering for you. That's what really boosted me um, to get that gold medal. Because I was fighting already against younger athletes. Eh. So, and I was also nursing an injury talagang when I won in the 2005 Southeast Asian Games, I really did a backflip
Woo!
in the finals. Eh. Well, I was able to do a backflip because I was a gymnast also when I was a kid. So,
One
When you
more
win,
medal for the celebration.
yeah.
Doble yung
Tatanong ko
medal.
sana kung pwede ang backflip sa taekwondo. Parang hindi yata pwede yun. Eh, no?
hindi
Oh, pwede ba
pwede.
yun?
Just
Hindi
after
pwede.
after they race by hand lang, then I did a backflip just to show
Galing.
off lang.
Yeah. I have a question. Normally, we ask these questions for those that play basketball or even volleyball. No, is the welcome. Who actually welcomed you? The welcome, yung welcome normally
Welcome to
elbow
the
or
big stage.
welcome to the big stage. When you joined UST, meron bang senior na parang, you're from Pampanga, alam ko yung reputation mo, ito.
Yung parang, welcome, like parang, well, my coach, he's a big guy. He was in the national team, so he was really the one who looked after us when
Hmm.
we were varsity members. And he would really have a solid punch. And that was his welcome.
Oh, wow.
Inspiring talaga. Oo. So, siguro that one. Oh, yung mga suntok niya that we would kneel down and, you know,
Ouch.
um, talagang lose our breath and almost have, cry.
I
Solar
can feel it.
plexus yun, no?
I can feel it now that you're explaining it.
Actually,
Na-imagine
hindi
ko.
sa solar plexus, sa chest. Eh. So talagang
Oh,
tanggal lahat ng hangin mo eh.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
But sure, after that, okay na. Parang
Okay naman.
initiation din yun.
Oo, initiation.
Yeah.
Initiation talaga.
Ang hirap nun. I don't, I don't wanna get
And
hit by any.
yeah, Taekwondo is pretty, naman, it was pretty brutal during um, my days in 80s and 90s. Now Taekwondo, I can say it's more technical and more, more of a point system. But
Mhm.
back then, talagang you wanted to knock your opponent out. You wanted to kick them hard, di ba? That's your objective, really, di ba? So now it's more of, you have the electronic scoring system, and it's a different ball game na rin now.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty exciting sport that really evolved.
Mhm.
Tama yung question. Claro, ilabas
Sakto yung
natin.
question ni
Yeah.
Pat. So,
Yeah.
Coach, to summarize yung question ni Pat, which style do you prefer? Yung fast pace of fighting or yung latest where bumagal daw dahil sa mga sensors,
Yun, tama.
the
Tama
waiting
yung,
game. I
tama.
think the style now favors the bigger or the longer people the better
Yeah.
reach.
The
I might be wrong.
Well, the difference,
wingspan.
because, well, I have also my respect for the new style of taekwondo kasi hindi ko rin naman na-experience electronic scoring. Pero the difference is mas explosive yung fighters before rather than now. Everybody will like scream their hearts out when they
Yeah.
deliver a kick, di ba? Now
Yeah.
it's like, it's like, they're just moving, trying to get that point and execute a solid blow. But before, the the explosiveness of the athlete was different, and it would be exciting to watch, di ba? So talagang it's exciting. But now it's also exciting. They're also changing the rules for taekwondo to become more of to bring back the martial arts route. So what they're doing is probably they're removing a little of the hanging kicks that makes it look like a fencing game and making the kicks more solid. Siguro they're adjusting the sensors na rin.
Mhm.
Na if a kick connects, then there's a certain pressure that a degree of pressure per weight division, whether they're senior, junior, or grade school, there is a corresponding measurement for the power. So you cannot just lift your leg up and then just connect your electromagnetic foot glove to the armor. So now you really have to have an impact. So I think that's what they're doing now to make the sport a little more exciting, because there are a lot of masters and martial artists by heart that are complaining that taekwondo is starting to look it's starting to become more of a sport rather than a martial art. So there's that continuous evolution that is happening pa rin.
Mhm. So,
I
are
like
they
that.
bringing in new sensors already? I remember watching a YouTube video or a Facebook video that pretty much explained what you said, that as a hit,
Mhm.
parang may health bar na sila, and then the small hits can already, let's say, create damage. Unlike ngayon na where it's like 1 point, 2 points, depending.
There's that excuse me, that the name of the armor, I forgot the name of that armor, but the 2020 armor, I think. But that's just like in Tekken, eh. If you kick it and then
Yeah,
there's like a bar that
bawas.
Yeah.
bawas. But there's important games like the um, what they use talaga in international is the DADO system, which is electromagnetic, and KPNP, which is Korean naman. It's, I think, RFID yung ano niya. So there are two systems that are being used internationally now.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's also two kinds of competitions at taekwondo. There's
Oh, right.
the yeah, there's the what do you call that?
Kyorugi.
The parang the
The
form,
Pumse, what they call
Humsei,
the
yeah.
Pumse.
Pumse,
Humsei
yeah,
Yeah.
Kyorugi. Yeah.
and then the other one's
Yes.
the fight talaga.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Well,
I remember the
go
ones
ahead.
yung talagang yung fighting style talaga, like talagang bara, like not bara, but you really see them go at it, di ba? And it could be
Yeah.
dangerous, di ba? It could be dangerous.
Yes.
In fact, I remember we had an athlete, I think taekwondo, who got kicked here, di ba?
Mhm.
And then yeah, he passed away because he got kicked here.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. From
Cromwell
UP.
was his name.
Cromwell. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oo.
and the safety of the because it's the kicks, man. They could really knock
Yeah,
you out.
I mean, before, during my time, talagang usong knockout system. Talagang you would, marami na rin ako na
Mm.
knockout, pero during my
Ilan,
time,
ilan,
pero
ilan na knockout mo, coach?
Sa
hindi ko
wins.
naman alam.
Kalahati.
Hindi ko na rin maalala, pero sometimes there will be someone coming up to me, hey, do you remember our fight? Uh, well, you knocked me out. Oh, really? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't, sabi, I don't remember. I
Kasi,
knocked a lot.
hindi, during my time kasi, if you're a national team member, if you're part of the national team member, you would really dominate.
Right.
And then if you're in that, talagang, laban kung laban. Di ba? Your goal is to knock out your opponent and then tapos na, and then move on to the next fight, di ba? Yan ang goal mo eh. So that's how it was way back. Finish it right away, knock out ka agad, tas di ba? So that's how it was before. So
Hindi ka
talagang
natakot
knock
na
out. Yeah, that's part of
diba?
your fear when you compete.
Diba?
Is getting knocked out. Oh,
Knocked out, or
but
if you knock someone out, doesn't break, parang hindi naman. Yun man yung, you have to knock them out
well,
in the right way, di ba? Right way.
yeah, yung knockout naman parang that's a quick naman a quick thing naman You can recover naman from knockout unless it's really a serious knockout that you break a jaw. I felt one time I got hit in the head by a Korean. Pero I was siguro knocked out lang for 2 seconds lang. And then I was able to stand up right away. you won't feel it eh. Parang biglang pop, and then you're down, and then you just go, oh, what just
Oh, that's
happened to me?
fast.
Parang ganun. That's fast. So it happens really fast. Pero at least dito lang sa may temple. At least hindi dito sa vital areas, which is the jaw talaga, which could cause major damage talaga. Even the frontal part of the face, like the nose and all that.
Wow.
We got a
Yeah.
great knockout question here from Pat. Nagko-consult ata eh.
Oh, baka
Coach, is the Dolyo Chagi, I'm not sure if I pronounce it right, the spin kick yung best technique
Dolio.
to knock someone out o nag-iiba, coach?
You know, my knockout kicks talaga are my turning long distance kicks, my turning kicks to the jaw. That's how I get a lot of knockouts.
I was
But the
like,
Dolce Chagi, the turning side kick, the back kick is also damaging because you can break the rib. So knockouts usually there is when you do a back kick and then um, na-knockout sila dahil talaga naubusan ng hangin. Or sometimes if they fracture a rib and it's hard to breathe.
There's many ways to skin a cat. As
many ways
explained
to
by
knock out someone. Yung
yes,
ganun,
our
diba?
Olympian guest, Coach
Oh my
Donnie.
God.
Great question,
Yeah.
Pat.
Oh, that's a good question. But ako, for me, it's like 'cause I do martial arts now. When I hit someone, I feel so bad. Diba? How do you overcome that? Like, especially trying to knock them out.
Well, siguro there. That's when you're a beginner. But once you're competing na in national events, and it's a different story. It's knock them out or you get knocked out. So you really have to just give your 100%. But in training, of course, you don't want to really hurt your teammate
Yeah.
and all that. You can study spar, but if it's a competition, you have to do your best. You give your best 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely. Ayan, let's go to the Olympics naman. Uh, did you like you said you were training for 5 years, 2015, then for the 2000 Sydney Olympics. How was it being an Olympian the first time in 2000?
Um, the process of becoming an Olympian is difficult, especially in Taekwondo, because you have to qualify first in the world. And then they only picked up two in the world per weight division. So you're fighting, you want slots. Each country, there will be only four slots in the Olympic Games for men and for women. So that's eight slots. So they mix the thin fly, the bantam feather, the light welter, and the middle heavy. So you're fighting in the world qualifiers for a slot, and only the silver and gold will make it in each weight division. If you don't make it in the world qualifiers, you have the continent naman, which is like ours is Asia, continent of Asia. So they only get the gold and silver medalists also. So per weight division, that is like the top 16 countries in the world.
Top 16.
Top 16 per weight division. So
Okay.
that's really kumbaga tinatawag na sinasala talaga. So the best of the best
Okay.
talaga. And of course you have the wild card that they give every once in a while. So it's really difficult. So the experience alone just becoming an Olympian is great. What more if you go to the Olympics, which is overwhelming
Yeah.
because you're gonna be in the Olympic Village with all these high level athletes, even NBA stars. And you get to meet them, and you get to dine with them, and you get to be in the village with them, and you get the opportunity to have pictures with them also. But of course, when it comes to business, when it comes to fighting, of course, you're going to be competing against the best in the
Okay.
world also. So it's a really nerve wracking experience, and you have to control those nerves because the whole country is really rooting for you, and of course, Taekwondo. Up to now, we don't have a gold medal yet in the Olympic Games, and that is, our dream to get the first ever Olympic gold medal for Olympics.
Mhm.
So it's a
Coach,
difficult
yeah.
task.
Did you get your picture taken with any big names in the village?
Oh yeah.
Yes, Serena Williams, a lot of
Whoa.
NBA players. Yeah, uh, medyo nakalimutan ko na yung mga names. Pero there are a lot of, you meet a lot
Wow.
of
Saya nun, man.
Yeah.
athletes na
Yeah.
talagang, popular athletes talaga.
And then there's the giant food court in the village from what I see in the
Yes.
Olympics. So mukhang that's a dream. Food court, libre daw pagkain.
Yes,
Sig-
oo.
And
But
then
of
Sydney pa
course,
yun, ha?
Sydney, it
yes.
was nice.
Oo.
The food was really good. Ang dami steak.
Kangaroo steak, kumbaga. Meron din, di ba? Di ba?
They had a lot of, barbecue setups
Yeah.
in the Olympic
Wow.
Village. So you can have all the barbecue you want.
Yeah.
Barbecue ribs, steak, sausages, whatever. So you have to
Yeah,
watch your
Sydney.
diet then.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. You
Yeah,
can't just eat.
especially weight class. Eh.
Yeah.
Wow. And then after that, nag-Athens ka.
Yeah, we qualified for Athens. So in 2000, we were four who qualified. We got lucky. Four athletes. We had Roberto Cruz, Eva Ditan, Jasmine Strachan, and me, and myself pala. In 2004, we had Chomli Gomi, then Tony Rivero during the 2004 Olympic Games. So it's getting harder and harder each year. Parang for four athletes from one country to represent, medyo mahirap na rin eh. Medyo mahirap na ma-achieve kasi qualifiers ala talaga sobrang hirap.
So, Coach, do you think, may chance ang Pinoy magka-gold sa Taekwondo?
May chance naman, yeah. Definitely, we have a lot of great athletes. Taekwondo is a very popular sport in the Philippines. But talagang level na yung playing field. Even Korea, hirap eh, because of siguro it's the electronic scoring system. So, um, for a country to dominate, medyo mahirap. It's well spread out right now, I can say. So, mahirap. To get a gold will be, a really difficult task, but it's possible. It's possible, of course.
I want to show this photo.
This was the 1996 photo when I got my bronze medal in the first World Junior Taekwondo Championships.
Wow.
And that's Paolo Borromeo who got the gold. And we
The,
got this, yes.
that's
And
President
yeah,
FBR.
yeah, FBR, President
Wow.
FBR.
Kurt
I was
Sigao.
only 17. In that
But
picture.
you're tall. How tall were you there?
Yeah.
17.
So probably I was six flat,
Wow.
That's tall too.
6 foot tall. Oh,
That's tall for for Taekwondo.
yeah. But I still grew. I grew. Um, my height now is 183, which is about
6'2".
6'1" and a half. Parang ganun.
One.
So I grew pa. Halos lang pa.
That's an advantage, no, being tall in
For
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo, yes. Being
The
tall,
reach.
the reach. It's really an advantage. If you're short naman, you have to be really talagang quick talaga. You really have to be able to get inside and
Yeah.
get the point. And avoid the long legs, of course.
So, Coach, can you do those things that we see on YouTube and TikTok, yung lumilipad, tapos tatamaan nila yung
Yung
board?
kahoy.
Yung kahoy.
Sometimes there's
Parang
more
Yeah,
boards
helicopter.
destroyed than the number of hands.
Yeah.
Grabe nun. Or feet.
Yeah.
Well, we were one of the ones. I was one of the ones who propagated Taekwondo in the region, in Region 3, way back. So
Okay.
I was always doing demonstrations way back. So all these things na pang demonstration, ginagawa ko rin naman before. So, but I stopped doing it in siguro mga 5 years ago kasi my back would ache na whenever I do a
Oh.
backflip or do a triple spinning and break, ano.
Sasabihin ko sana, show us, show us, but baka hindi kaya
Sa coffee shop.
sa coffee shop.
Mm.
Kasi ang gagaling nila, para
Madaya.
silang, lumilipad kayo. It's like, oh my gosh, these guys could really jump high and break that
Oo.
wood.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of those demonstrations. Even here before, every school that I would promote way back, I would demonstrate. So I would do those things pa. Pero syempre, when I hit 40, hindi na. Sumasakit na likod ko.
Sumasakit in, oh gosh. But now that you're
Uh,
40, you're more now into
but just,
training the young
uh,
kids. No? Training the
yeah,
young kids.
I love working with young kids because, um, it's fun. It's fun. I have fun, and I, I, you know, it's hard to describe how, sometimes, um, like I have a student who just got back from the States for, he studied there, just went home for in the Philippines, and he went up to me and he told me, coach, I'm very grateful that I learned Taekwondo because when I got to the States, I would always get bullied. But if I didn't know how to kick, or if I didn't know the things you taught me, I would have, gotten bullied many times or gotten beaten up. Or so, so a lot of kids come up to me, and I've seen how they've grown. It's not really what they learn. It's not really what you know. If they become a national team member or not. It's how Taekwondo affected their lives, how Taekwondo was able to help them build their character. Okay, because part of my program is always instilling, the values of Taekwondo, which is, making sure that they have self-confidence, making sure that they are humble, making sure that they're brave, that they're not afraid to try or have indomitable spirit, making sure that they persevere in life, um, making sure that they always have proper manners no matter where they are. It is part of the values that I teach, and the outcome is really nice. And teaching them as kids, and I see that they're good citizens of our society right now. That's the most important thing for me, is that they are good people when they grow up.
Yung life lessons talaga
Yes,
as a
yes,
whole.
Oh, yeah.
yes, yes.
That's great.
Yeah. So you could talk. So here, no, learn taekwondo with the two-time Olympian. So
Yes,
you established this 2008. So
2008. Yes,
so that's just after 4 years after your Athens Olympics. Tama,
yes,
no?
yes. 2008. I became a national team coach for a year lang. Then, you know, coaching my teammates wasn't really fun. So I didn't pursue that. You know how it's gonna become if you're gonna start coaching your teammates. Oh, what do you know? Yeah, right. You're slacking off training then. So no, never mind. So I said, I wanted to do something different. So so when I got married, um, that's where I had to think of what should I do, because as an athlete you will come to a point okay, you're gonna get sick and tired of what you're doing, diba? And then you want to do something different, right? But sometimes it doesn't work. It always goes back to what you're good at. So that's what I decided on doing, was my talent. Maybe it's about time I share my talent to the younger generation. So that's when I decided it could be a good livelihood for me. So I started teaching taekwondo in 2008.
Ayan. Cute. Yeah. Cute.
Yung
You're
white
teaching.
belter beginner pa lang.
Oh.
Yeah,
Siyempre
I have
bata.
kids. I'm teaching kids. I have students as young as 3 years old.
Wow.
So it's a difficult. It's not easy. Ang dami ko na nagsisimula na nga yung white hair ko eh. Just kidding. But but talagang na, it's hard. It's a hard task. You know, it's a
Yeah.
hard task because you're working with, developing their motor skills at that age. Eh. So although it's challenging because my team, we want na, okay, we want to train this child 3 years old, 4, 5. We see the development of how they move their body, distinguishing, left and right, how to move correctly, stretch, exercise. That's what you develop first, and then eventually you teach them how to punch properly, kick properly, and yeah, in transition. Maganda kasi yung with taekwondo is you have a program that you can give to the students.
Yeah.
So and a belt system that so each belt there are different corresponding forms, movements, kicks, and all that. So talagang yung system niya maganda for the development of a child.
So you do agree that martial arts is really also for the youth? No?
Yes, yes, it's definitely for the youth, and I I benefited from martial arts. Um, Siguro I was probably really humble growing up. I mean, I can say that because of martial arts, I'm well mannered as well.
Yeah.
So um, it's important in life. It's important to have
Yeah.
these characteristics in life because it's a good foundation, really. These things you cannot all learn in school. You can
That's right.
also learn these things in extracurricular activities. I'm not just saying taekwondo, but sports talaga, sports. You put them into sports, and it guaranteed your child, will have a good disposition in life.
That's true. No?
Mm-hmm.
And you
Mm-hmm.
can see that with a lot of the athletes. A lot of the athletes are really disciplined. They wake up early. They have a good disposition, positive. You know,
Positive, yes, and
they don't give
yeah,
up.
and they know how to control their emotions, which is important.
Yeah.
Diba? You have, especially with gadgets and all these, everything that can make you lazy as a person, diba? So you have to really get your child into something that will keep them productive. And taekwondo is a good, all sports naman. And I'm saying just put them into sports, get them active as early as possible.
Really? Ayan, we're already 54 minutes in. Claro, you have anything? Dal-dal eh, no? Love it.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
We could start with our magical questions towards the
Yes,
end na
yes.
tayo. Yan.
All right.
So,
So,
Oh, the magical question.
oh
That's
yeah,
making me
meron kaming
nervous.
tatlo.
yeah,
No, 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 no. It's actually okay siya. Hindi siya
Ah.
nakakatakot. Hindi siya
yeah.
nakakatakot.
I can start, Coach. I don't know. 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Where do I see myself? Still teaching taekwondo.
Good.
Still
Perfect.
teaching taekwondo. So still doing what I'm put here on this world to do, to talagang teach
Tuloy,
taekwondo.
tuloy yung academy or yung training center.
Tuloy,
Great,
tuloy,
great.
tuloy.
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
Claudia.
Ako naman, coach. Um, once you retire from teaching taekwondo, no, uh, we don't know when that will be.
Okay.
Uh, what would you, what legacy would you like to leave behind?
What legacy is to produce at least, an Olympian. Because the
Nice.
tagline of my school is the home of future Olympians. And that is my goal. Although, syempre, it's difficult teaching kids that, um, um, I'm teaching students that, their parents bring them to me to help them with their, um, with not getting bullied and all that. So it's a difficult mission for me to create future Olympians because I have a lot of students naman who just want to, support their parents and get their black belt, diba? And
Mm.
tapos na, they learn the discipline. Okay, ma'am, pinagbigyan na kita, tapos na. So I wanna build and hopefully I build a national team member and an Olympian. So that is my goal. That is my goal.
I like that.
Para full circle, yes.
Full circle.
Oo.
Oo.
Full circle. Tama, tama. Hindi lang Olympian, gold medalist.
Gold medalist. Oo. Gold
Oo,
medalist.
yun
Hindi
ang
lang
ano.
Olympian. Oo.
Siyempre.
Yan. Yan. Okay. My last,
Exceed. Oh.
dapat higher than you, di ba?
Higher than me dapat. Oh.
Oo, para proud talaga. Okay, the last of the magical questions. If you were to go back in time, let's say you ride the DeLorean in the Back to the Future, you go back to your 15-year-old self. What would you tell that 15-year-old Donnie?
Don't be complacent. Because I was always complacent. Di ba? Because, when I reached college, I became, parang, nawalan akong gana. Parang, I tasted the college life, wanted to enjoy. So I was relaxing. I had the talent there, but, I was relaxing. If I can go back in time, I would slap myself and say, you know what? You have to practice hard and get that gold medal sa Olympics. Siguro that's what I would do.
I would slap him.
Buti nga slap,
Talaga
hindi kick.
slap.
Hindi kick,
Oh,
di ba?
slap him.
Para, that will get my attention if I slap
Buti nga hindi
myself,
kick.
di ba?
Buti nga hindi kick. Oo nga.
Hindi, if I see a kick naman, baka maiwasan ko pa eh. Talaga slap talaga.
Mas yung slap.
Ano
Slap
mo
talaga.
no?
Okay.
Oo.
Anticipated na pala, grade.
Oo.
Oo. That's good. That's good. Na don't be kasi siguro if you were not enjoying your college life, gold medalist sana.
Oh. And, that happens. That's why I have to remind even my students, you have to remind your students when they come to that age, when they can make these choices when they're no longer close to their parents, they're in college na, choose the right friends, talagang be dedicated in your, because sports, or if you're in there, it only comes once in a lifetime and you cannot change that anymore, diba? So dedicate your whole life right there, and then just after, enjoy na lang after. It's not gonna go anywhere. I mean, fun, bars, whatever, that's just gonna be there. But no, that opportunity to represent, that only comes once in a lifetime.
So Coach Donnie will be going back to his 15-year-old self and slapping him. Yeah.
That's lovely.
I was slapping.
Ganda yun. Long story short, slap.
Slap. Yeah.
Slap talaga.
Okay, Coach Donnie, before we go to our last segment talaga, we would like to give you the floor to do your shout outs, greet those that, you know, uh, have helped you, those that supported you. And then you could talk about also your school. No?
Okay, I shout out to all my students of the Donnie Geisler Taekwondo Training Center, my students at Colegio San Agustin Makati, students at the British School, Pacific Plaza, the Upper Deck, all my partners, of course, my family, my lovely wife, and we're having a new gym also here in UGC that's opening. Um, it's called Pretty Huge. We're starting there as well. So I'm also grateful to all my parents who've supported me throughout the pandemic, and up to now, they're still believing in our program no matter what. I'm grateful. And to all my students, just keep on working hard, and we have more events to come in the future. And let's just keep on practicing.
Yung pretty huge na yan. I've seen that. I saw your post. But there's also a
Ah,
basketball court. Di ba? There's a basketball.
yeah.
Ganda ng gym
Oh,
mo,
there
ha?
is.
Ganda
Oh,
ng gym
ganda,
mo.
ganda, ganda. We just closed it today eh. Kaya medyo,
Congrats.
grateful kami ngayon. Okay.
Wow.
Na may
Congrats.
bagong branch. Thank you.
Galing, galing.
Congratulations.
So either the future gold medalist will be coming from CSA, British School Manila, pretty huge. Ayan,
Pretty
dami.
huge.
Or
And the upper
Pacific
deck.
Plaza.
Upper deck.
Upper deck.
The upper
Dami.
deck. Oo.
Tapos pinupunta mo lahat yon. Oh my gosh. So
Yeah,
you have a lot
I
of
have
coach.
to.
Wow,
I
busy
have
man.
I have a lot of coach also, and I have a good team, like a great manager. And of course, my wife who always reminds me and keeps me on my toes, di ba?
Baka pwede na
And
siya
then,
sumama sa DeLorean. Sumama sa...
nako,
Sa slot.
Nako.
nako,
Nako.
nako, ay nako.
Yeah. Yeah. So wow. Well, yeah, actually, Clara, maganda yung sa Pretty Huge. Ganda. It's a nice gym that
Yes, it is.
they have.
The
So
latest branch. Good.
yeah, may basketball court natin yung Pretty Huge na yun, di ba? It's the one in
It was
PTC.
originally parang obstacle course gym that
Okay.
they converted again. They converted into a multi-purpose area rather
Okay.
than plainly
Na-convert pala.
na-convert siya. Almost 2 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. So, Clara, are you ready with your...
Yep.
All right. So, ito, Coach. Ito na. Ang last segment talaga natin. It's called the What a Draft. Clara, there you go.
Ayan.
Ayan. Uy, alam ni Coach Donnie yan, yung ganyan. Okay. So, here, 5 choices. Parang ano to? Snake. So, you have to go through the draft.
Goes like this.
Yeah.
And then here.
Players you'd like to compete with.
Yep.
Could be any sport, ha? So, you
Okay.
choose first na ako, tas si Claro ulit, tas ako, tas ikaw.
Yep. Yung honorable
You just-
mention if you just can't add anyone. Yeah. Sorry.
So I choose an athlete,
Yes.
Yeah, any. From any sport.
Michael Jordan.
Nice one.
Sulit.
Oo,
Yung first.
so kung nag-Michael Jordan siya, bawal na ako mag-basketball. Hindi. Hirap nun, hindi.
But you can't say You can't say Michael Jordan. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yun lang. I forgot my answer. Oh, I remember now.
Okay, of course, John Stockton.
Ako, Ray Allen. His form is released.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, I don't want to compete with them pala. I want them to, laro-laro lang, di ba? They can teach me. Phil Mickelson.
Uy, okay yun.
Sabi ng my cousin said, oh yeah, he has a short game for golf. So, okay. I
Ako,
need lessons.
si
I could use lessons.
Dennis Bergkamp.
You always choose him, huh?
Of course. It's a Dutchman. Yeah. Ayan, Coach Donnie. Nag-iisip.
Kobe Bryant.
Oh. Puro basketball. Oh, next. One more.
Another one, Coach.
Yeah. One more. Hirap eh, no?
Who is
What
it
coach
me
is
again?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, one more.
Oh,
Yeah, one
sorry.
more.
Alvin Patrimonio.
Oh,
Actually, that's a good one too.
I was gonna say, Kobe mahirap kasi bully if he'll train me.
Yeah. Ako si Tony Hawk.
Skateboard.
Yeah, skateboard.
Oops. Michael Phelps. So I can eat with him after yung diet nila. Grabe. When I learned about it, I said, I should have gone into swimming. That's the diet, diba? Ooh. Who's this one? Stefan Schrock.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
This one's gonna probably get knocked out. Manny Pacquiao. Coach Donnie, 2 for you. Yeah.
Your last two, coach.
You're on mute lang, Coach.
Ay, coach, nakamute ka?
Ian Thorpe.
Oh,
Swimmer
pwede
na
din.
Australia.
Pwede din yan. Fast. The torpedo.
Yes, the torpedo, yes.
Yeah. One more, Coach.
And one more is
Oh, gosh. What am I gonna get?
sorry. Wait, I just have to. input something. I'm sorry, guys.
No worries.
Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
it's okay.
No worries.
Like, it gives us
Sorry,
gives
guys.
me give
It
me
gives us
time
time
to
to
think.
think. The analyst so far. I'm
Diba?
pondering
Kasi
actually yung last pick ko anong
ako
sport
rin
eh.
eh. Ako rin eh.
Yeah.
Naisip ko na, may basketball na ako, may soccer ako,
Ako rin eh.
may boxing ako, may skateboard ako.
I will use my honorable mention. Although hindi siya
You gonna
mandatory.
use it?
I
Really?
will. I
Oh
will.
my gosh.
I think.
Sino kaya?
Yes, I will. I will.
Will you have one?
I
You know,
will.
I'm actually surprised that you don't have your favorite sport there. Ah, alam ko na.
Mm-hmm.
Alam
Yep.
ko na.
But anyway, we have an honorable mention, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yun.
So,
Um,
oh yeah,
wait,
one more
can
coach.
I,
Yeah.
one more is, si, uh, wait a minute. Kasi I'm just inputting this. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. Is it
Oh,
one of
no,
your
coach.
students?
I just have to input something for an application. Sorry, sorry, guys.
Yeah. This is how busy Coach Donnie is.
No,
Ayan.
and thank you
And
to
he,
Coach for giving us the time,
yeah, exactly.
giving us a long time, which we
Actually,
appreciate.
this gives me also time to think.
Yeah,
Oh, diba?
my time out tayo here. So the list so far, Coach Donnie is Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Alvin Patrimonio, Ian Thorpe. Claudia's got John Stockton, Dennis Bergkamp, Tony Hawk, Manny Pacquiao.
Siguro mamamatay ako kay
I
Coach.
have Ray Allen, Phil Mickelson, Michael Phelps. So I want to eat with him after. And swimming's a nice exercise.
Oh,
Stephen
actually,
Schrapp.
yeah. Definitely,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, ha. Sorry.
No,
Oh,
it's
Coach.
okay, Coach.
No problem.
Yeah.
Siguro I would put in my former teammate Roberto Cruz,
Roberto.
Ooh.
As your
one of
last.
the uh, athletes in the Philippines who produced a lot of medals in Taekwondo.
Really, ah. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ako, oh my gosh, I had one. Oh my god, I lost it.
Hala.
Ano? Larry Bird. Yeah.
Larry Bird.
Okay.
I'll go Sebastian Vettel.
Nice.
And then honorable mentions. I can just put mine
Ah,
already. Yeah, I want Joven Bidic. I want Joven to teach me too. Especially because he's a local boy, homegrown boy.
me.
So there. Pero coach, you don't need
Yeah.
an honorable mention. So we're good. I think we are set, no?
Yeah.
Are we?
Nice.
Are we?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Yes, coach.
No, okay lang, Coach. Yun.
Yes,
So,
Claudia.
thank you so much, Coach. We took 10 minutes more of your time for an hour. But thank you
No,
so much
sorry. I
for...
had to just input
It's fine,
something
coach.
for
No
my
problem.
students.
Are you applying for like school or something? Wala.
Right now we're fixing some we're going to the US kasi so we're fixing some visas lang kaya
Ah, okay.
application lang.
Yeah. Wow, have fun in the States. Ayan.
Yeah, it's still
All
gonna
the
be in
best, coach.
November. Thank you,
Oh,
thank
ay,
you.
malamig that time.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, Coach, we'll let you go na. Kami ni Claro will
okay.
close this show. Thank you so much. I
Thank
mean, you
you,
were in
thank you
between
guys.
meetings and all that.
Thank
Claudia
you,
and
coach.
Salamat,
Claro,
salamat.
thank you
Yeah.
for
It's our
having me
pleasure.
today.
Yes.
And I hope
No
I was
worries,
able
Coach
to
Don.
to entertain your guests and
For
be
sure.
able to inspire them as well.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah,
Okay.
coach.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you and have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.
You too.
Okay.
Ayun, no?
I don't know. I don't know.
Pat gave a good one. He said, Clark si Stevie G. Pat, ayoko si Stevie G. Liverpool fan ako, pero baka dumapa ako eh. Late in the game. So, I put it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ayun. Gusto ko rin mga local football players. Actually. Now that you look at it. Diba? My local boys are the football players.
Let's see. I was gonna put maybe honorable mention would be Neil
Etheridge?
Etheridge.
Okay.
Yeah. Penalty kick
Parang
shootout.
like to play. It's more like play with, diba?
Oh, I have, yeah, play with.
Neil Etheridge. There you go.
Yeah,
That completes it. Ayun. I think
ayun.
that calls it a show.
Yeah. So yun. So, uh, galing, no? I think he's our first Olympian that
Yeah,
we.
yeah. The first one with Oli after the
Ah,
name, di ba?
yes, that's right, that's
Oh, di ba?
right. Is
Sobrang
it? Is it?
ano, iba.
Is it ba?
And well, not everyone gets to say they're an Olympian, right? So they use that. Yeah. But
Galing nun.
yes, Coach Donnie is the first Olympian on the show.
Yeah. I wanted to ask him if he has his
Olympic tattoo.
yeah,
People
yeah,
have, right? Di ba?
yeah.
Ako,
As-
I asked my proper question to an Olympian. Yung buffet dun sa Olympic Village. When I saw the vlog of Heidelin after her goal, I was like, damn, naiingit ako.
they really have a no? They really have
Not
a
buffet, sorry. It's a food court and everything's free.
oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And then you just have to watch your diet.
Parang sana eating yung sport ko doon. Pero it's not an Olympic sport, diba?
Yeah.
And
The hot
the
dogs.
draft, you know that
Yeah.
Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah. I would have if it was a sport, I put Joey Chestnut, that beast guy.
So
He eats
that means
super
that
fast. When I pass by Nathan's, if you wanna sponsor me, Town Center, you see videos of him competing.
actually, I haven't tried Nathan's yet. Huh?
Oh, it's good. So Nathan,
Is it?
sponsors too if you want to join the
Yeah,
party.
thank you. Yeah, please, Nathan, please, if you're listening. But
Mhm.
but there's a Japanese guy that ate all the hot dogs. He would
Yeah,
dunk it in the water and then
silang dalawa. I
yeah,
forgot his
yeah,
name
yeah.
also.
But he was like champions for how many consecutive years?
Nagko-compete siya with Chestnut, di ba? Halos.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh,
Ayun.
hot dog eating contest. My
Mhm.
gosh. Dapat masarap yung hot dog para ano.
Oh, it is good. It's good. It's good.
Ayan. Ayun.
Ayan, pa, thank you si Kobayashi.
Kobayashi.
Ayun.
Okay, that's the guy that dunks it. He dunks the bread in the water. He drinks it.
Mhm.
I remember
Style
when I
niya.
saw that. That's his
Yeah.
style. Yeah.
Ay, water or lemonade yan kasi masikat din yung lemonade ng
I should
Nathan's.
really try Nathan's.
Yeah, you should. It's good.
Is there ATC? Where else is it?
Meron yan sa town center.
Yeah,
Greenbelt,
ATC.
pretty much our area.
Okay, so Nathan's, if you're watching this, please, we would love to be sponsored. We do have a lot of food sponsors. What we need is legit. Oh no, we have Barrio Festa. We have
Kaya yan ang Pinoy food natin.
Yan ang Pinoy food natin. Speaking of that,
Yes.
okay. Ayun, no? Yan na chan. Next week, we will have our soon giveaway, no?
Yes.
So, right. So the Globally Ballin Network is part of the. So the an Eternity of Basketball is also part of the Globally Network. Hang Time with Denise and Simon Mukbang with Jho Jho. Next Man Up, and of course, who the heck are we? Do follow us on social media at WTHW Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and also on TikTok. Hey, Clara, we've reached 2,000. You're gonna have to dance now. Okay? You're wow. Like, really? That's your dance? Okay, fine.
The only thing I can
Nathan,
think of now.
huh? You have to dance.
Only thing I
Okay.
can think of.
Okay, so do follow us also on YouTube. All our 111 episodes are on the Globally Ballin YouTube channel. Just click that bell button to subscribe. And if you're on the go, especially now with the traffic, listen to us on Spotify. And the newest show under the Globally Ballin Network is Next Man Up with Jello Vito and Diego Dario. And an eternity of basketball with Claros Titos, Charlie Cuna, Noel Zarate, Sid Ventura, and JPM. An eternity of basketball. And they have this Saturday Jerry Pingoy, the father of uh,
Jerry Pingoy also.
Jerry Pingoy. Also, is it also Jerry Pingoy?
Baka Junior. Yes.
Baka junior siya. But listen to that, so we'll know the whole story. And thank you to all our sponsors: New Era, Georgie's Delight, Hinulaban Farms, Aqua Flask, The Daily Ounce, Fujimama, Founders Donuts, Barrio Fiesta, The Mad Brownie, Chops to Go, Muffin Mafia, and Red Chameleon Apparel right here. Kulang na lang, klaro, is Nathan's.
Yeah.
And also
Nathan's.
Keep Cup and Cupping Initiative. Wait for us. We're gonna be giving out wonderful cups soon. Yeah.
Great.
So that's it. That's 111 episode. It's on the books.
Bye bye.
Wait for the next episode.